Good morning from Mogadishu, Somalia. This is our second day here and we're just going to be starting to get ready to go. Today's going to be more driving around and exploring and seeing what else there is to do here in the green zone in Mogadishu, at least as a tourist, more than anything else. Just kind of getting a small glimpse of what daily life for these people is like, which is going to be, I find, interesting and fascinating. First thing to do, pick up our gunman. Right off the bat, we had a couple near-miss crashes, something that's becoming part of daily life here, and our drivers are great at avoiding them. We've arrived at our first stop of the day. It's a pretty cool place. Good morning.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
This is cool. Oh, and there's this too. Built with the corals. You can totally see the corals in there. That's so awesome. This is the abandoned lighthouse that's fallen down. Oh, it's gorgeous here. Unfortunately, there's a lot of garbage. It's not something I'm excited to share, but that is a reality of Mogadishu. They had us hike down the hillside to get a closer look at the boats and lighthouse. This is pretty overwhelming to witness. Wow. Those repairmen are working so hard to get that large boat up the stairs. I can't imagine how much that weighs. Guy on the ground is using walkie-talkies and lookouts to make sure it's safe for us. That's how tense it is here. In our driving around is to throw people off and go kind of haphazard ways. It takes forever to get around here. Again, it's an appreciated safety measure. Our next stop was the fish market, and of all the places we visited, this is where I felt the most uncomfortable. Well, that little kitty is having a heyday there.
Big fish.
And a sea turtle. It's just a vibe I picked up on. Maybe it was my camera being out, maybe it was misinterpreting looks from a few people, but I didn't feel the most welcome here, so I didn't record much. We began walking to this beach and said hello to this very hot dog.
They got all your family in there too.
Yep. Suddenly, we had to leave immediately.
What are we doing?
I don't know what happened, but we obliged and went to check out a still standing casualty of the Civil War. This was an Italian cathedral that managed to partially survive the bombings, and the details left was very impressive, particularly this unique spire called God's Revenge. Despite bombs and weather, it still stands to this day. Just the faces of Shadow and Jesus there. There are hints of what amazing artwork was likely here at one point. Well, look at that. We just got ourselves a little butterfly. They then took us back to the original beach that they quickly escorted us away from. Our puppy family was still there, hiding from the sun. It was worth the return. The wave crashes here are so picturesque. Wow. If you're not careful, you're gonna get sprayed. Woo! Woo! This is awesome. I am so happy right now. This is beautiful. Mere seconds after I filmed that hole in the rock there, someone emerged and the gunman told us to leave. Unfortunately, we're having to move right along. We can't really be anywhere for more than about 20 minutes, so we're just, one of the things about the store is you're constantly on the move because, you know, you don't want to attract too much of a crowd here. You really got to keep a low profile and be super, super careful. I never found out what that concern was, but I trust our local guides and appreciate their efforts to keep us safe, even if visits to places get cut short or even completely left off. Let's go check out a Somali supermarket. Got fresh vegetables. Okay, $32 for a rice cooker. Oh, that's when it's a little cheaper. So these prices are all in US dollars. This is $7 for a pound of oranges. Jesus. Chinese eggplant, $3.50. Cabbage is $2.90. Oh, I love that, how it kind of looks like Legos. Toy guns, 60 cents for pasta. Minis, cornflakes, Cocoa Pebbles crunched. Red Bull sugar-free has its reaches in Somalia. $1.79, that is cheaper than back home. When we left the supermarket, we had a surprise. What? It's raining? Look at this. It's raining again. That's okay. We pulled our money together to get school supplies to bring to a school and meet with some children. But weather had other plans. There was obviously a storm brewing. Really coming down. We did meet with the principal, who quoted an excellent school's elementary tuition here is $35 US a month, and Italian is the go-to secondary language taught to students. Unfortunately, playing with the students during their break clearly was no longer an option. I guess it's a very, very warm rain. When the rains receded, our drivers came in to collect us. It's apparent that these streets are not 100% used to getting this kind of wetting rain. We took a break at a coffee shop with some nice beach views while we waited for things to dry up. On our way back to the hotel, we made a quick stop to visit the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, a monument dedicated to the women and men who gave their lives for Somalia's independence. Our guide tells us this isn't normally open because it's used for shisha and substance use by other people, unfortunately, but we were lucky to get a glimpse inside. It's too bad, the grounds here are very pretty. We then went back to the hotel to wait for the flooding waters to dissipate. Somali, Russia. Wow, rains are finally done, but as you saw earlier, the streets are flooding, and the market that we're going to be going to is an outdoor area, and it is prone to flooding. This city is so overwhelming. It is still just as nuts as we saw yesterday. The fish market was a little awkward. There were some people sizing us up and groups of people coming towards us, and our guard was telling us go away, and telling others to, like, shooing them and yelling at them to leave us alone. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but if they're making that kind of face in front of us, then maybe that was a little It's still super, super interesting to see what their everyday life was. It really puts things in perspective. Break time's over. Let's go back out. After collecting our lovely gunmen, we headed out for some lunch at an Italian restaurant. We were served some good spicy marinara spaghetti with sides of veggies, goat, and fish. Very filling. We were hoping that enough time had passed to allow the flood-prone areas we were to visit dry up a little before visiting, and it looks like we got there at the perfect time. Walking through downtown Mogadishu in a shopping area, we can find some really interesting things. This shop is known for Somali knickknacks and souvenirs. Let's go have a look. It was covered from floor to ceiling with all sorts of handicrafts. This cute little shield. And it comes with one of these spears. Look at this, they have like an actual...
Yeah, those are real ones. I would not want to
It's like a nail. Yeah, good luck taking this on the plane.
You know, that gentleman, everyone is thinking it's Rene.
We then took a walk around the village area here. Our gunman took the lead on this, with our guide in constant communication with people up ahead. There was another uneasy vibe I got from a few passerbys that made me feel that filming some parts around here might be considered disrespectful, so I did my best to honor that and not film. Suddenly, one of our tour mates got some big attention from the locals. That was really fun to watch. There were some curious onlookers watching from above too.
Thank you.
As soon as we were done with the marketplace, this nice gentleman offered our group a chance to get a nice view of Mogadishu from the top of this nearly complete apartment building. What a treat!
Just about done being built, and this is the view. This is the penthouse, like the elevators open up to just this area. This is going to be really cool when it's all done. Look at those details. Well, we've come up to the top floor of this random apartment building that's not quite done on the top couple floors, but they already have over 300 families, they say, living here. Look at that.
There's that church we visited earlier today. And if this wasn't enough, we also got to see what the inside of one of those apartments looked like. Very modern and nice looking fixtures.
How much?
A month, 950.
$9.50 a month for this.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an ensuite in his suite. Oh, yeah. Okay. The view from this bedroom also comes with the ocean view. And this is your ocean view apartment from here. For $9.50, that's pretty awesome. And look at all the little moldings. That $9.50 also includes someone coming in and cleaning your apartment every day. Every single day. It does not include garbage or internet or electricity.
Upon leaving, locals greeted us again. The rain did make the streets more difficult to pass, but eventually we made it back to our hotel base.
Our second and final day exploring Mogadishu is done. This place is an experience for sure. It was a positive one. I'm still glad I came. Very, very glad that I came. I'm very privileged and grateful that I was able to come here. One of the people in my group says that he works with some Somali guy that goes able to come home once every 10 years or so, and he said that it's been noticeably improving since the Civil War. If this is shocking to me, I can't even imagine what these people have had to go through back then. If you want to come here, you really need to... Hello. Little power outage. If you do choose to come to a place like this, you need to be experienced traveling. But if it's in line with your travel goals, you want to see this country and you want to see a completely different culture, then this is a good place for you.
Alright, enough with the disclaimer chat. I enjoyed cooling off at our rooftop terrace at the hotel and enjoyed the Mogadishu night vibes. Thanks for joining me on this quick adventure in Mogadishu, and I'll see you in the next one.